All right, welcome back to the Expeditions walkthrough. And today, we're going to finish Arizona. Because we go here. I did a little bit of free roam. So, as you can see here, we are 41 of 41 contracts, 35 of 35 tasks, and 101 of 101 upgrades. So, we're good to finish. So the last one is a very hard. You need spare parts, ravines, height differences. So it doesn't seem to need items. Prepayment 5,400, 35,800 payment. Consume no more than 180 liters of fuel. Don't flip more than 2 times. Okay, so that'll be interesting. It almost looks like starting all from the east is the best. Because getting down to this area here from this west warehouse is like a big endeavor of going around either this way or over in this little passage here. Whereas coming down from here is just coming down from here. So yeah, it looks like we're going to just send everything from the east. I don't know if we need cargo. It doesn't show that we need cargo, but it doesn't mean that we don't need cargo. So we're gonna go with the Sentinel with a anchor. Yeah, I think that's right. We got a side-mounted rack now too. So let's see. We got a bunch of fuel, not a bunch of repair. So let's add 2 more repair slots. Different tires. We did get different tires. Still no TMHS. I think they're in the other region. So yeah, I think we'll run it like that. Slap one of these and one of those. And then let's just grab 2 more trucks as backup. To the Cotco Canyon. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's go back. We're gonna do our standard team. Brian Wilson. And Lance Silva. And am I on the east? Yeah, I'm on the east. Okay, yeah, first one is here, then you gotta go probably here. So probably like leads you around. Alright, let's go. What did it leave me in? Nice. The one I wanted. The APIM. That's right, I gotta go back and free roam the other places quick so I can remove my drones, get some money back. So we want to go down here. What's our best way down? Probably that one. Somewhere in here. And then back up to that. We go right here? Yeah, it looks like we go right here. So let's just follow this little path up. And that's a climb. And then we're there. So yeah, final mission of Arizona, or final expedition of Arizona, I should say. Then we'll be moving on to Carpathians. I still think once season 15 is done, which could be by now, by the air date of this, we will probably switch gears and do some more of the newer map of this, the East Beskids, however it's said. And we'll just do it on stream. I don't think we'll make it a separate series. We can always do it again later on the other save as a separate series. Which we might still do. I think that might be the idea. Just so you guys can have the individual episode to reference at a later date. But yeah, I think I just want to get it done because I'm interested in seeing like the cave systems and that kind of thing. And then yeah, we'll just continue playing through this save on the you know, normal setup where we record each one as an episode and give you kind of a walkthrough. I really like this thing. It's been a good workhorse for just doing random things in free roam, just running around, picking stuff up, dropping stuff off. Use the drone to deliver stuff to it in case you need more stuff. I did find out that so the drone runs out of fuel. However, if you just park one of your other vehicles by the drone station, you can just refill it. And then you can send it out again. So that's what I was using my spare vehicles for. Like this was out in the field like this, and one other truck was out in the field, and then 2 vehicles were just at the base to use up their fuel to refill the drone, so I could stay out longer and do more things. And it definitely worked out good. But yeah, I was on vacation a couple of times here, one for a wedding and one for Easter, and I took the Steam Deck along and decided to do a little free roaming, and got a bunch of it done. So I came home and finished up a little bit of it, and here we are at the end of Arizona, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, the expeditions were still in the same spot, because in order, the previous one that was done was the second to last one done. It's just the progress in between was to just grab all the miscellaneous stuff here that a lot of it is, it's honestly a lot of stickers, and like there's like obviously these tires, which tires don't really matter too much in this game. They're good, but they're not necessary, right? You know? So yeah, none of it was like really where you miss things. And like I said, doing these expeditions and kind of following through will teach you the basics that you need to know to just do the free roam at your own pace. So that's why I said I never really thought I would go and do the tasks and contracts on the recordings. Those will probably end up doing some of those, like I said, on streams and whatnot, but in the recordings, we'll keep it to this. Take a photo of the first fortress. It's got to be this over here. Nope. Not here? Here it is. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it's gonna have us come down again. And I think we'll go around this way. This map is so great for actually seeing where you want to travel. Like, it shows the depth so well. Ooh, there's a bridge I didn't build. Alright, we'll get it while we're here. Looks like I gotta go around the back. Okay, off we go. No airdrops, huh? No airdrops. There's airdrops over there. And there's no airdrops over here either. So yeah, we might have to just drone ourselves fuel. So you can use the fuel in the base to give yourself fuel, but if the... actually, I used all the fuel in the base, didn't I? We might have to do the trick and, like I said, build the base with one of the vehicles there. This thing should be okay, though. It's relatively fuel efficient with the high-range gearbox. I've been kind of going back a little bit on the high-range gearbox thing, too. So I feel like the quote-unquote cargo trucks like this, that has the little bed, or even the larger bed like the Bandit, are better with the high range. But I think the Scouts, so like the Paco Canyon, for example, or the... why can't I think of the name? Sentinel that we have out today and that kind of thing. I think the littler Scouts, like the normal small size Scouts, are better with the off-road transmission. I think you have a little more control, and the fuel is not that big of an issue because they're already very fuel efficient normally. So yeah, I've been kind of like going back to some off-road transmissions, and it seems to be working a little better. But, you know, play the game your way and try out both. Just don't use the fine-tune, because the fine-tune is still garbage. Alright, let's hope this arrow is not leading me up this mountain. I definitely can't go up here. Nope. Okay, it's leading me up this side path here. Like, where did I put my... I put my mark on like a tent? Know what that is, or is that just a rock? That's a rock. Kind of looks like a tent the way the blue is on it. These UOD 4s look good. The 3s definitely looked exactly like the 2s in SnowRunner, so I was like, oh, I recognize that tire pattern. Yeah, this thing kind of just goes everywhere. It doesn't really complain too much. It's like I said, still one of my faves. And this is how I tend to use it too. Like if I need to carry cargo, I'll carry cargo, but generally I just throw as much fuel and extra repair parts as I can in it, in the bed, and then go. Second fortress, over that way. Over that way. Ooh. Take a closer look at the ruins of the fortress. Okay, so we gotta go down to the corner. So let's find our way back down, which is this way. And then we'll build this little bridge. Go across here. Do we want to go up that? Yeah. Go up here. Climb. And then come down. We'll cut across, probably. Yeah. Stay across. Here, we'll go on this side. See. Oh, we should go up. That's what we should do. Go up here. Like this. And we'll fix this. Not super important to fix these, obviously, but I just like doing them. Third castle is collapsed, only ruins remain. Nevertheless, they still need to be inspected. Inspection on the way. It is interesting that the high range, depending on the vehicle, can be 5, 6, or even 8 gears. And the speeds definitely vary quite a bit as well. So the high range in one vehicle can be very different than the high range in another vehicle. Probably could have made it across. It's not that big of a crack. Like if you look over here to the left, you can definitely drive across that. Useless bridge is useless. I have a spot over here that I didn't really discover. Not really. Again, we've found all the upgrades. There was 3 upgrades on this map hidden that I didn't see before, all the way through to the end as well, and I wouldn't have found them either. They were all on the left side here. This quest does not take you over on the left side, so yeah, I just had to go find them. They were all along the left here. I used snow render, so the same tool for maps in SnowRunner. There we go, words. Also has an expeditions tab, and I don't know if you know this or not, but both SnowRunner and this game, Expeditions, they've made it so that you can import your save file. And that was extremely useful in this one, because I was having a hard time finding those upgrades. I was like, okay, I don't know which upgrades I'm missing, but I'm missing some upgrades. And I was also trying to like figure out if I had tasks and that kind of thing in a certain spot. And if you upload your save to SnowRender, so it directs you how to do it by clicking the little question mark next to it. It will update SnowRender to show all the things you've completed and all the things you have not completed on your save. So that way it sort of eliminates the clutter, right? Like if you have a partially done save, you can take SnowRender, update your save, and it will tell you essentially what you're missing, right? And it was the perfect thing because it narrowed it down to a few things, you know, a few tasks over here and a few, like, so towards the end, if you're trying to complete the maps, right, and you're having a hard time finding something, use 3D.MapRunner. It's a very good tool, or just Google SnowRender, and it will bring up Naked Dave's version of MapRunner, basically, and it is a much better, far superior version, in my opinion. I guess with the one exception of the fact that MapRunner has a search function, so if you're like searching for a specific cargo type, you can just type it into a little search box. But other than that, it is a far superior search engine for both SnowRunner and Expeditions maps. And that's the one, if you watch me stream, that's the one I use on stream too, when I'm looking for something. Like, okay, where is this thing? I'm trying to find this one thing here. I'll pull it up on SnowRender. Left looks like a better path than what I have marked. Come on. It was a good chunk of our spare fuel, but we are now full, and obviously we've come a long way, so. Go around to the left. It's about the only thing that'll get this thing kind of stuck is like the crevices where if you don't have enough room to let the rear tire fall down so the front can lift its nose up. And it's a very short nose, but it can get stuck still if you just dip down into a crevice and then you can't, you know, get the nose back up. You just have to take a slightly different approach. It can almost always just back itself out too. It's the other good part about this truck. Come on. There we go. Trying to get the... we need to go further this way. Go around. This is the kind of crack that I was talking about, like where you can't... It's not... Not wide enough to, like, let the tail end come back down so the nose can climb back up. If that makes sense. See if this one does it. See what I mean? Like the tail just dropped down. Now the nose is high enough to just climb out of it. That was a good example of what you can make it through. Closer look. Oh, one of these. Right, there is cargo in this one, isn't there? One of those. Okay. So the camp is over here. Are we doing some cliff diving? No, not really. Actually, we might be. A little bit of jumping off cliffs. How about right there, where that tree is? This path here, if I remember correctly, is like very rocky. So I think we're gonna just go the long way up through this into here. That. Yeah, plenty of fuel. I think this is the last thing. Deliver and then we're done. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Here's our jump. And we'll just place a anchor down. Find it a little easier to be as close to the edge as you can. Then you have enough like winch length to do this. Oh, this is a sketchy turn right here. There's a good example of what happens if you don't give it enough room to fall. The nose just like bounces against it. That works. This way? Yeah. Climb up here. was a tree there, but this is a cliff. Let's see if we can climb it. No, we have to find another way around. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh. Part of the way. Nope. Okay, so we gotta go back further this way, like this. Maybe. We'll see. Should've just went up the annoying rocky way, apparently. Use a couple of anchors and just pull ourselves up the rocks. Oh well. It's the last one. You have a little bit of fun. Yeah. Okay. Need to get lined up and it's not letting me. And here we are. The Golden Toad. Alright guys, that we used more than 180 liters of fuel. So that handles the final expedition of Arizona. That is Among the Ruins. We got 1,000 extra for the don't float more than 2 times and a little bit of bonus stuff, which is good. And 38,000 or 35,000, yeah, it was 38. With the items sold, 38,690. That handles this one, and that handles Arizona. So thanks again for watching. As always, press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.